entitlement panic. So there is an industry, and it is media and liberal politicians, okay? And most media are liberal. So it's an industry. They've come together and they lost the election. Now the new strategy is destroy Trump. Okay, that's what you're seeing here. So when a guy like Senator Murphy goes out and says Trump's an arm of the Kremlin, which he did yesterday, all right, why is Murphy saying that? Number one, Murphy has no solution to the Ukraine war. Nothing. Puts forth nothing. Doesn't have anything. Wouldn't interview with me in a million years, because that'd be my first question. Well, all right, you don't like Trump's take on it. What would you do? I mean, he doesn't have it. So what Murphy is doing is he's in business to destroy Trump. Right? Got to understand that. And certain media are in that business as well. One of the bullets they're going to use, all right, to try to bring Trump down is the entitlements. Entitlements are Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Those are the big three. Now, people don't like, well, I paid in, it's not an entitlement. That's what the definition is, okay? All right, Medicaid is a big one because under the Biden administration, the spending got totally out of control. $3 trillion on Medicaid in 4 years. Average 9% hike a year. All right? Now, you hear the Democrats say every day, every way, Trump wants to do away with Medicaid and Social Security. He wants to cut them. So you poor people, you sick people, you're going to get screwed. That's the way to get Trump. That's what they're using. But it's not true. The Wall Street Journal had an excellent analysis of this, and I'm going to read you one of their paragraphs here. Quote, the Biden administration also gave states waivers to spend federal Medicaid dollars on non-medical purposes, including food, homeless housing, and personal transportation. Health and Human Services is only supposed to grant such waivers if they do not increase the federal deficit. But the Biden HHS ignored this rule, unquote. Not only that, but states like California and Oregon were taking federal Medicaid dollars and using them on dance classes, on cooking classes, and Biden did nothing about it. All right? So in the budget that just passed in the House, and that'll have to be reconciled in the Senate, okay, Medicaid spending is 2.2%, about 2%, not 9%. So they're saying you're not cutting it. They're increasing Medicaid. The federal government's increasing Medicaid spending, but only by 2, not 9. Nobody knows this. The press is never going to report it. You'll never hear it. They'll go, oh, you're going to cut, you're going to cut, you're going to cut. That's the attack. It just makes me so angry. So it gets on the media. We're going to run a clip from CNN first and MSNBC second. Go.
That show is going on tour and is coming to a city near you. And they are going to cut your Social Security. They're going to cut your Medicaid. They're going to cut your Medicare. They're going to cut your Section 8. And you're not going to get money. Your prices are not going to go down.
What he is doing is cutting with a chainsaw important services that benefit every American to make room for those tax cuts for the very rich. And so they want to cut things like Medicaid, Medicare, and on top of that, they will add to the deficit and debt.
Now, I expect those people to say that. What I don't expect is the anchors who are sitting there letting them go unchallenged when I just gave you the facts. And they're not hard to get. But they have no interest in getting those facts, CNN and MSNBC. None. just as the pro-Trump networks have no interest in telling you anything bad about him. It's the same thing. However, when you have blatant lies, like the Republicans and Trump want to cut entitlements, when they don't, there's a responsibility on the part of the network itself, not these ninnies sitting there, the anchors, who are cowards, and they're stupid to boot. Is there anything worse than being a stupid coward? I don't think so. I sit there and I'm going, how did this ever happen? But it's here. And that's why you're here listening to me. All right? So don't believe all this entitlement stuff. It's just unbelievable.